It is when you jointly agree, right, that you want to do something. When you agree jointly that this is the way to go, and along the line, you now decided that you are not doing again. So if you propose to a lady that you want to get married, right? Then along the line, you are no longer getting, something happened. You will come and say, I'm opting out. There was an initial agreement. But comrades, can any of you show us where there was any agreement of us coming together? You know, whenever we are doing things together, you always see us coming together and addressing you. On that particular day, did you see any member of TUC there? So the question is this. I know a lot of you, you've read the letter that was leaked. The letter was actually meant for TUC members, but it found its way to the press. Unfortunately. Yeah, really regrettably. But I think you've read that letter. And I think it was very clearly stated in the letter. I think the reasons are clearly stated. So, we were not part of the process ab initio. We were not part of the agreement ab initio. So, there is nothing to opt out from at all. Like as I have said repeatedly, that in trade union movement, you have a toolbox. That in that toolbox, you have different tools that you could use in calling government to order. We at TUC, we felt, because if you want to, first of all, you engage. And you engage with what you think is superior information. And that is what we have put together today. So we engage government with this. We will push government, discuss with them, have conversations with them, have meetings with them, profile the solutions that we have put forward now. Some of these solutions are for immediate implementation. Some of the solutions are for medium-term implementation, while others are for long-term. So that means some of them may not be implemented in 1 year. But we believe that those ones that can be implemented immediately, we believe it can be done. Yes. And we believe that if government goes ahead to do those things, most of the problem that we are facing today, it will be eased off. And we went on to state it. Look at what we wrote there as number one. That number one, it is a practice that this same government, that they did between July and October. So we are not profiling solutions that is not practicable. It is a solution that is feasible. It is a solution that is possible. And I can tell you, if that number one alone is implemented, I can tell you that the cost of cars today will reduce. If the number one alone is implemented, the cost of your cameras as journalists, the cost of these cameras, because they import them, they are going to reduce. If that number one is implemented, the cost of diesel, of AGO, that we popularly refer to as diesel, is going to reduce by nothing less than 50%. If that number one is implemented, the PMS price today, the petrol price today will reduce by at least 15%. So when all these are reducing, are they not going to resolve some of the hardship that we are facing? Definitely it will. So it's not left for us to push government in this direction. Because, as you said, the CBN governor acknowledged that our naira is undervalued. So that means for you to know that naira is undervalued, you also have an idea of what the real value of naira should be. Right? So if you have an idea of what the real value of naira should be, as propounded by several experts, locally and internationally. So all we have now said is that go to that real value of naira. When you go to that officially, go to that real value of naira. Because what it's going to do is that when they go to that real value of naira, the exchange rate that custom uses today in computing your clearance fee is around 1,500. But if they go to the real value of naira, which will be between 580 and 650 naira, what is going to happen is that it will become what? It will become what? It will be reduced drastically. It will be reduced drastically. So that is actually what we are looking at. That is actually what we have seen that is the best solution to solve the problem immediately. This the government has done between July and October. I can't stop repeating that. And if that is also done today, it will ease our problem. Then on the question of the refinery. Yes, like we said, we visited the refinery, we did some level of assessment, and also remember, I also double as the Pengassan president. So we have our members working in that facility. With the necessary push from all our sundry, we strongly believe, that the refinery could come into production before the end of first quarter. So that is why we want to push them sufficiently to ensure that this is met. Remember, it is the old Port Harcourt refinery, but we don't mind. Even if it's giving us 2 million liters per day, let it become operational before others will follow.